Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Jumplight Odyssey. Starvation is a real possibility on this ship. Look at all these people up in here. It's a mess. A mess of humanity. Anyway. I was thinking about our Jumplight the other day. And now we have a bunch of auto-calibrators. The nice thing about auto-calibrators is they generate jump light without any scientists. The thing is, they suck up way more power than a traditional jump light calibrator. Also, they're about 50% as fast. So, why wouldn't we do normal jump light calibrators if we have a boatload of scientists just wandering around not doing anything? So I'm gonna go ahead and just swap all of my calibrators out for my auto calibrators for manual calibrators. I don't see the benefit of maintaining the auto calibrators with the way we're running our ship. I'm hoping that starts to push our speed up. We're waiting on some ships to come back. Because the way things are rolling, the Zootopans are starting to close in on us. They're only 19 minutes back. And what I think we need to start doing, we got 2 missions coming back. We need to start jumping faster to be able to pick up the people and then just move. We need to get ahead of them because by the time we get into like edge space and so on, it's gonna be trouble, I think, if they catch up to us. But for now, we're doing okay. Produce and biomass are at fine levels. Power's fine. Water seems to keep fluctuating up and down. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. I'm not sure if our water's sorted or not. And starvation still seems to be a serious issue. Even though we've like gone ahead and built tons of space and tables and whatnot. Like, the tables are not hitting max capacity, which makes it seem like maybe the issue isn't... The issue isn't our capacity to feed people and where they can sit. It's actually like... It might be an issue with just the sheer number of people we have. Is like people are queuing up for food, and the food, while it is like getting ready, they're not getting out of the way fast enough. I'm not sure if that's a thing. It did drop by about 6 just now, so that's something. I did not mean to cheer you up. I was trying to change the civilian to the supply team. This person seems to be starving. Indeed they are. Waiting for soda machine. Why don't you get food? You're not thirsty. I mean, you're thirsty, but not enough to starve yourself. I just don't think this ship was meant to be this full of people. How's the construction going over here? All right, we're delivering things. That's good. It's very funny that they're hauling all this crap away when they could just turn around and like plunk it back in there right away. Like, come back with that plastic, you fool. Anyway. This person seems to be bringing all of the rest of the parts, and then this person might be bringing all the rest of the calibration, or all the polymers. Still returning. Landing. Fantastic. Please tell me you succeeded in saving all the people. Incomplete. You saved some of the people. Well, what are you gonna do? You tried your best. Maybe you didn't. In which case, how dare you? Produce is still going down. Hunger is dropping again, though, so that's good. More people. Alright, let's assign you. Transfer you to supply. I'm putting it just like everybody who comes on the boat is a supply person now, because like, I think the only thing that could really hold us back is just the number of resources that need to get moved around. Perfect success on the survey mission though, congratulations. What are we at? 17 out of 34 jump light? Part of that is we have 2 of our calibrators down and being constructed. So hopefully those will get back up soon. And then we can start generating jump light at a crazy rate. 50% faster than what we were doing before. Supply console? Do you need somebody to be working you? It claims it requires a scientist. I don't know if that's true or not. How's everybody doing? Starving jump back up again. This lunchroom is just a nightmare. How's the middle lunchroom going? They all seem to be fine here. Middle lunchroom seems to be pretty full, but there's not really anything we could do around this one, except maybe like extending it out into the hallway. But I'm happy with how it's functioning right now. I think that's fine. Mechanical room seems to be doing okay. Still have this kind of like weird little segment here. Got some isolation. We could, when it gets down to it, we could definitely throw beds down in here if we think we need them. What are you guys doing? Excuse me? Wandering. Do you feel the need to wander in the empty spaces of the ship? What a strange idea. This crew's full of weirdos. There we go. Alright, always be calibrating. Misha, pick up the pace, please. Daydreaming. Of all the things to waste your time on. Alright, maybe what we should do is then just delete one auto-calibrator at a time, because it does seem to take quite a bit of time for the manufacturing to get going. So we'll just swap one out at a time.
Engineers to your assignment.
The other thing that's kind of interesting is, like, the scientists stop working. Gotta let everybody switch over to the new shift. The scientists stop working on the calibrators when the shift changes generally. So now they're not calibrating anything at all. So I wonder if, like, in the long run, it's actually better to have auto calibrators because they never stop working. Look how many robots we have just wandering around. Not doing anything. So I have two minds about the calibrators. I don't know if the auto calibrator, because it's always running, is better, or that if, you know, you have 5 calibrators and just have excess scientists lying around, that's a better one to do overall, because in the long term you'll have better outcomes there. I'm not sure. I just don't know. This lunchroom doesn't seem to be as busy, and I'm not sure why. Hey, look at that! We're down to 3 modifiers. This one person that is wounded will never... It says there's 2 people are wounded. Will never be healed. I can't seem to find them in the manifest, and I'm afraid to even open it at this point. With like 450 something crew members on board. It's a terrifying prospect. Salvage mission, not really necessary. They're within 12 minutes though. So like I was saying, the faster we can start generating this jump light, the better. Oh, there's no save people on this next jump, which is kind of interesting. Unless it's just that it's out of range and I can't see it, which might be the case. We're at 26 jump light out of 34 necessary. We're at 33 jump light out of 34 necessary. Sometimes it takes a while for the jump light thing to show up. Still working on this one. Alright, ready to jump. Let's get out of here. Excuse me.
Take the ship to Jumplight.
I think we've reached the point where I feel like every run hits a point where I think you are just jumping as fast as possible. Because the Zootopans start charging down really fast, and once you've hit like that equilibrium point on the ship, you can really just motor. The question is, like, will our self-imposed requirement to pick everybody up slow us down to the point where they're catching us repeatedly? Or will it be fine? We'll find out. So we only gained like 3 minutes there, so go ahead and target our next jump. Oh, sure enough, yeah, we were stuck in the nebula, so we weren't able to see anything there. Let's go ahead and manage missions, search and rescue. Let's auto assign. 25% speed, but minus 10% success is wild. Auto assign again. We're gonna send out you guys. I know it's slow, but that should be fine. Resource extraction is metals, right? We've got 30 Jumplight that we need. All of the robot shuttles should be faster than the shuttle we just sent out. So let's send all of our robot shuttles to get all of the metals.
Away mission underway. Crew, report to your assignments.
Because we might as well. If we're waiting on that shuttle to get loaded up with people anyway, and it's like a minus 30% modifier to the speed, it's gonna take a bit for them to go out and come back anyway. We'll have to keep an eye on the next star, though. Because if we're jumping to the next star and we've generated 10 Jumplight in like a little more than a minute, we might want to send out another shuttle just to make use of sending them out. Although there are 2 resource grabbing mission or people grabbing missions for the next mission. And I don't think we'd be able to generate enough Jumplight to send 2 shuttles by the time all of our other shuttles come back. So it might make more sense to just kind of like sit around. Or it might make sense to generate enough Jumplight to jump out here and then send shuttles back. Because that's such a short jump there. I don't know. I feel like the Jumplight projector, like, doesn't make sense if you're... it doesn't make sense for what we're doing, because we're gonna have to pick up all the people anyway, and we might as well just be generating the Jumplight to jump to the next place. I'm of 2 minds about it. Alright, how are you guys doing? Operating, traveling. Okay, so most things haven't even started operating yet. Check on the engine room. Alright, we've got the next calibrator up and running. Don't have our scientist there yet. You must be the calibrator, sure enough. Although we seem to be generating Jumplight much faster than we were before. And honestly, if you think about just the raw numbers, replacing 4 of our auto-calibrators is like having 2 more auto-calibrators running. Obviously, it's not 100% that way because, like I said, when the people go off shift, they're not calibrating. And there's always kind of a question of how long does that take them to do? But it seems, just anecdotally, that we're generating faster Jumplight than before. Now, our produce is going down a little bit. So I think we should come over here and add some tomatoes. So these are water efficient. No light preference, which is kind of interesting. The tea crop I don't think we have enough space for. Actually, the tea crop is huge. It's a 3x3. I never knew. Actually, I mean, like, the space is a 4x3, honestly. That's crazy. I don't even know where... We'd have to build a separate room for that. We wouldn't be able to put it in here. For here, though, we could do tomato, 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 tomato. And then we'd have an extra space. So maybe let's do it like you 2 here, and then just start to fill in as we build more. We'll have to keep an eye on the water situation, because as add more water users, we're gonna have to come down here and add more condensers to this room. And in preparation for that, we should probably build in... Alright, we have the jump light necessary. Let's go back down to... I want to throw down the oxygen generator here. Let's go to the flight deck here.
Engineers to your assignment.
Landing, returning, returning, returning. Okay, let's let all of our shuttles come back, and then I think we'll just make that jump. We'll see how much we over calibrate, but I can't imagine we'll actually hit 60 by the time all of our shuttles come back. Already a perfect success. These two are gonna come back within like seconds of each other. Still working on the tomatoes. Let's go check on that new calibrator. New calibrator is getting materials delivered. It's very funny that they have to go grab all the materials and take them away and then deliver like brand new materials. Sometimes you see when you delete and rebuild something, you'll see them pick up the materials and deliver it across the room to wherever you moved something to. But other times they don't do that, and I'm not really sure why. But the calibration is going at a solid rate. And we're down to just some starving people. It claims there's 23, but also says there's 13, so I don't know which is true. Water is dropping, so I think that'll be the next thing we start adding in here as well, is once they get this other oxygen generator up and running, we'll start building out the extra water condensers. And as soon as we get that last shuttle arrival notification, we're ready to jump on out of here. We're ready to boogie. There we go. All right, let's go. Still thinking about it. The more people we pull onto this ship, the chunkier it's gonna get, so.
Jumplight in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Based on the number of stars that are left, we're a bit over halfway. So, if assuming it's like a symmetrical proportion of people getting on the ship, we could end up with 1,000 people on the ship by the end, which is wild to think about. And based on that, we might actually want to start building out this lower deck even further. Let's go ahead and send out our shuttles right away, since we got 2 search and rescues to do. Let's send all of the robot shuttles.
Crew report to your assignment.
I'm fine with the robot shuttles taking the risk on this one. Go ahead and launch them for the rescuing the people missions. And then I'll send one of them for a water extraction, just to kind of push the water problem off for a little bit while we get the additional capacity in the condenser room up and running. The away missions are great for just kind of like pushing issues off a little bit to help you manage, you know, getting your own self-sufficiency up and running. Let's go ahead and add a couple of condensers here. Throw one down in this corner. The way this room is laid out is like, I just want to jam them in. Oh, we shouldn't do it that way. I just want to jam them in like across the room. So they'll like build this one out, and then we'll build 4 on top of that towards the back. Because then we could put another here, another row here, and then if we really, really wanted to, I think we could slam another 4 in and still count as not blocking the door. But we'll leave it at just the 3 for now. Produce is going down again. But I'm hoping that means that the starvation issue is being sorted a bit. We're gonna go ahead and expand out this hallway. We're gonna make sure the doors are intact. Then I'm gonna leave this side open and plan to expand out this lunchroom further, essentially. This one I'm thinking of making an additional barracks. I'm thinking of adding in bed. I think I'll add in beds to this room. It's getting real chunky now. Every time the shift switches over, it gets real slow for a bit. I want to add in these beds because I think it might help keep the ship, like the people dispersed around the ship better. So if they're coming down here to sleep, they won't necessarily go upstairs and then clog up that cafeteria. Maybe they'll spend more time down here and use that cafeteria better. Failure! Do we have to go send another shuttle back out to go save more people? You guys, you screwed up. Sure enough. Crew disembarking? Oh no, you didn't screw up. Or maybe you did. Let's check. Oh, yep, you did. Alright, send the search and rescue again. The shuttle, the robo shuttle screw up. Incomplete is acceptable. Failure is not an option. And we should send out this shuttle for this search and rescue. Oh, we screwed it up. Hold on. So this is where the Jumplight projector comes in handy. Activate, deactivate, or reactivate, I should say. Where you can send out a shuttle. We can send out a shuttle to this one because we're waiting on a shuttle to come back. So search and rescue. Go ahead and send another robot shuttle. Hopefully they don't screw it up, but you never know. And then I think I want to target Nizame and let it go. Let's go back down to the lower deck here. All right, you're filling out the lower deck, delivering materials. Grand news. Lunchroom is fine. We've got one sleepy person, so hopefully these beds will help with that. Engine room. We've got almost all the calibrators swapped over, and all of them are being worked. So let's go ahead and delete this last calibrator. Swap that out for a traditional calibrator instead of the auto calibrator. I love how you have the option to throw down robot charging stations here. That seems like such a waste. It's like the only place you can generate more Jumplight is you're like, you know what? I'd rather have a robot charging station. It's like, are you okay? That seems like a bad plan. Why don't we go out and go ahead and fill out the rest of this cafeteria room? We've got space for the metal to go there. It'll just, man, our biomass is off the chain. I might actually, like, go back to our biomass room and replace some of these things with, like, produce in here. What do you think? I think that's a good idea. Because we're bordering on, like, pushing to 500 biomass if it continues to grow up. So maybe here's where we throw down the tea crop. Although it doesn't take any biomass to enable it, I don't think. Gross biomass. Yeah, I think it's just although you need the rats. I forgot about the fact that you need the specialty seed banks in here to make it possible to even grow those special crops. Maybe we delete these two guys. And then start building out the seed banks. Like in the middle. Shuttle has made it back. I think we queue that up. It's getting so chunky.
Engineers to your assignments.
I should check to see if, like, Do we have any more shuttles out there? Nope. We're still waiting on you to come back. Two missions here, so maybe this'll be our next jump. Oh man, there's so many like double rescue missions. This is gonna get out of hand very fast. How are you doing? Returning. All right, you're coming back at least. So as soon as this comes, this shuttle is back, we should be able to jump again. And at least this one did save us one of the jumps because we were able to grab these people, assuming it didn't fail. If it failed, we're kind of in trouble because then we'll have to decide, do we want to jump here and then go down? I think what I would do is I would jump here, grab the missions here, generate enough jump light to send another shuttle here, and then jump and hope it makes it back in time. I wonder if you have to wait for a shuttle to come back. Yep. I was gonna say, I wondered if you could jump, if you used a jump light projector to send a shuttle to get something. If you jumped to the next star, would they still manage to find you? But apparently that's not the case. Alright, we're waiting 20% more. These guys are gonna catch up to us. For sure. So we might start getting into the issue where, as we're trying to save people, we have to fight off the Zootopans while we're pulling more and more people onto the ship. It's gonna get real wild up in here. They're back. Alright, time to go. Jump. We have very little time to spare. Everything has to be as efficient as possible.
Sequence initiate in 5.
The nice thing is, the next jump after this one is the nebula, so it should slow them down. Another jump. We made it. Let it think. It's gotta compile. Alright, immediately send out your shuttles to go rescue the people that are here. Shuttle, view local missions, send people. You are in decent shape. That one robo shuttle that failed the mission definitely cost us some time, which is rough. Yeah, I feel like we don't have any opportunity to stop for resources anymore either. So we're gonna have to try and like make our stuff as self-sufficient as possible. Engine room? Construction should be completed on our calibrators soon enough. I'm going back on all my robot supporting. And then I think what I'll do is, once we unlock tomatoes, we won't do the exotic seed bank, but I'll just put tomatoes in the center row here, as far as they can go. And that'll allow us to do like one tomato here and one tomato back to back. And it'll kind of block the door a little bit, but it should be okay. From a traffic perspective, I would be surprised. I wonder if that... Do these count as crops? It does say algae crop. I'm curious. Not that we need the algae, honestly. Go ahead and confirm that new seed bank. We're still working on that other one. How are you progressing? 94%? You're still traveling out? Because I think it's returning. Yep, you're operating. So we got... very short amount of time. This one's gonna suck because it's the away missions are gonna get slowed down dramatically. Which might mean these guys are gonna catch up to us. I guess it depends on how fast we can do these two and then jump again. The other thing that's been kind of rough is that our path trajectory is very diagonal versus straight across, because that helps get away from the Zootopans the more you're heading eastward instead of heading downward. Man, these jumps are big. We're probably gonna need a second cartridge, but boy oh boy. How's our radar range look? Our radar range is actually garbage. We should probably go fix that as well. So let's go down to the flight deck. These things are gonna stick here forever, I think. Ready to jump. We should be able to jump soon. Oh, we should get 2 of these radar dishes up in here. So go ahead and queue you up. We have plenty of resources. Power's doing fine. And now that we built those additional condensers, we shouldn't have any concern there either. Yeah, our issue is going to be like figuring out our produce balance, because we don't have enough time to be doing salvage missions that would kind of negate the produce loss that we're experiencing. This guy's under construction. Once that's done, we can start queuing up more tomatoes. And we'll also queue up even more tomatoes in this room as well, since we got the space. Yeah, the two concerns are how much time it's taking us to rescue people, how the game can even hold up to having this many people on my ship, and then our produce loss. So we got 3 things to worry about.
Engineers to your assignments.
Let's see, how far are you? Returned? And you're still coming back, so this guy should be landing now. Hopefully they got the people. Success! Alright. That's good. Just a little more. Pray for the success-o-meter. How far are you? Insufficient charge. Would it tell me? I guess I'd have to target it for it to tell me. Success! Alright, jump. Go. We do not have time to wait around. At least this time we'll be jumping into a nebula, so...
Hold on, everyone.
Pray it slows the Zootopans down dramatically.
-5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, and before we end the episode here, we'll check the stats that it puts up on the screen. Seeing how many people have come aboard now. Waited for it to load in. Oh. Close this thing so I can see. Get out of here. Day 15. 520 crew. Okay, we're in a wild place now. I never thought I'd be here. All right, if you guys have enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more Jumplight Odyssey or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. This will probably be the last run of Jumplight Odyssey, at least for a while, or if anybody gives me a more interesting run to do. I had a thought to do like a mock speed run to see how fast I could do it, but we'll just stick with the clown car run for now, and then we'll see. But for now, I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you in the next episode. Take it easy. Bye-bye, everybody.